Elysium. So I'm in this very scary looking room here.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
Okay.
You almost look like a professional. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression.
Right, I'm not sure shaving was the right call. Alright. I thought maybe something was hiding in here, but I can't find anything. So, we get dressed now. What should we wear today? I like how the scarf helps me with my pain threshold. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we're gonna put some of these shoes on. And what kind of... Should we wear a hat? Yeah, we'll wear a cool hat. It gives me -1 to suggestion, though. I actually kind of need suggestion. I guess no hat. We'll do it hatless. Do you need any drugs in the morning? Ooh, I've got a potent pilsner. We could get a last story from that guy. Alright, we got empty cassette case. Production schedule, which isn't like... Yeah, I still need to figure out that mystery. Oh, that's that guy's jacket.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Oh.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
What happened once someone put it in on the railing?
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants?
What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Oh no, do I stink?
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Oh, I never went to sleep. It's still 2 in the morning. Oh, shit.
Billy is a unisex name. could be the deceased or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
We should call them.
You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions. Talk to Kim about it.
Okay, read that. Look at my badge. Okay.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Alright, I'll wait for Kim, because Kim can help me with this. Alright, alright, so we actually have to go to bed here. I made a mistake. It's 2 a.m. So let me put my clothes in some kind of order so that when I remove them, it'll be easy to put them back on.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let me go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Wow.
Baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
But what if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
I feel the pillow under my cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Yeah, that wasn't a very fun sleep. Only love can break my heart. Oh, I look rough. I do indeed look rough. Alright, I'm gonna get some pizza pockets. Right. You thought I meant in the game? No, I'm eating my dinner. I'm eating pizza pockets today. It's terrible. I just didn't feel like cooking, okay? I'm actually probably kind of hot right now. Alright, let's see here. Let's get my clothes back on. Okay, let's go outside, buddy. Well, I'm not exactly proud of it, but, you know, I was like, I just didn't feel like cooking. I want to play Disco Elysium. Whatever. I've been pretty good this week, so it's fine. Not gonna kill me. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. What would be the perfect meal for this game? Chewing gum? Good morning.
Yes?
Oh, that's still locked, eh? Because of Inland Empire? Alright. We could give that another try. I don't know what the roll was, though. Where's my Inland Empire? Alright, let's go back to our inventory here. We have items. So let's get this. So library card didn't have anything. The jacket didn't have much of it. What was it that I had something?
A police badge on... The porter reel is...
No. White envelope.
You take the legal...
Yeah, that's the legal documents. Alright. Evidence, there we go.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Alright, do you guys want to help me with my first stat boost of the day? I need a +1 to motorics and a -1 to something else. Whiskey and a cigarette? That's pretty good. Alright, so I need a boost to motorics. If the overlay isn't showing for you, you might just need to refresh the stream. Or I think on some platforms it won't show that kind of thing. But anyways, you should see a prompt, or there should be a prompt in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booyakasha. I need the +1 to motorics. Finding that other rifle really gave me a boost. Alright, 83%, let's go.
A rifle, revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46mm from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique, or a retrofitted antique.
Mike.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Alright, so the 4.56 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. So the bullet I found relates to these, like, old guns. Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
And that's the bullet. And it was a gun like that that was used to shoot the lynched man.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmargrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems we're looking for an antiques enthusiast.
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all
Oh,
possible
I answered the
leads.
wrong thing.
Next step, finding the gun itself.
Wait. I'm gonna go through the dialogue again.
And an antique. Sure, there's some new art.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement.
Imagine if but back to the investigation.
Yeah, something seems it seems we're looking for antiques enthusiasts. Thank you for the subscription, number 42. I mean, it's good to keep some frozen stuff on hand, just in case of emergency. But frozen pizza, oh my god, there's so much sodium in it. Hi, Devastation. No, it's okay. All good. All good. But the victim of a big Have well-armed jamrock bangers started crossing over into Martinez?
Let's find out. Next
Alright,
step,
whatever.
finding the gun itself.
There's nothing more to say. I'll put the bullet away. The next step is let's give this drunk guy a beer and a jacket and maybe listen to his last story. Wait, is there anything in there? Alright, I guess I can't open it. Oh my god, walk. Oh no, the drunks are not here. Yeah, they must be sleeping somewhere.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley, craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Did I kill this dog? That is enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Alright, can't go any further down there. Alright, so there's lots for me to do, but I think we need to go back to the church this morning. And the dead, we gotta bring Kim to the dead body. And I think I just want to look around this way here. Oh, that's the bus station, I think. Alright, Kim, I did some exploring last night. Oh, there's people there? Weird. Oh, trap. I told him I picked these up.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves, confidently. Snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense, just...
Nothing has changed about this trap.
Okay. Oh, what's this up here?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
We got some visual calculus we can do. You guys want to give me a boost to my intellect? Alright, intellect boost request coming in. Hot and heavy in 5 seconds. Nope, shit, I clicked it. I didn't do a countdown. Hopefully you guys got that. It's a plus to intellect, please. And you have to minus something else to give me the plus. Nice. Thank you, everyone. You guys are awesome. Banh mi is good. I like banh mi.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall.
Oh,
There are
shit.
many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side.
I gotta say, these pizza pockets are disgusting.
Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence.
Look at this guy.
A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
That's the first time I've heard of a conscience round. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them. Collateral damage on the path toward normalcy and progress. Such is your belief, officer. Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Goodbye, wall.
a cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, this wasn't a building that I wanted to have access to, I don't think. There was another building, though. Is there a way to make you walk faster? Trap.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Fair point. I don't think there's anything else here, so now we gotta go to this building. Hey, Mav7426.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
He knows who Kim is? Hold on, hypertext.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail,
Oh.
say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grog. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
This guy sounds like Tyrell.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Let me look at the building loom over me.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
The type computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for the middle management. Phil built this side of town for R&D. You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
What's a pleasure wheel?
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
So the people shot here probably were the Feld Electrical employees.
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
It means they all died at the hands of the communists.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser d'Insolente. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those type computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little
Buckle up.
freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Yost. What are you talking about?
The Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Womty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
I'm gonna nod and say cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Wait, the failed playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Or did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I wanted to ask about something else.
But of course, what else?
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money? I'm not gonna ask for money. Great. Thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Well, we got some new stuff. Okay. Yeah, some Wasteland of Reality. So I don't know what I'm gonna get from this, and like, do I need to get some stuff done now? Like, this one doesn't seem like it does much for me anymore. There's one called Finger Pistols. Alright, let's internalize Wumpty Dumpty Center. See what this gives us. Maybe I have something good in my hand, like maybe this. Oh, snap! I just learned something new about the game. There's stuff that I wasn't able to open before that I might be able to open now that I know that that works.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
There's a door there. Some way to... When I click on that door, my guy moves. No. Oh, I've never seen the screen before. Cool. Alright. There might be some way into that building. So wait, so this thing here, for example, I can't do anything with it. Oh, interesting. I didn't know it worked that way. Alright, Kim.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Hey, fastidious. No, you can't rotate the cameras further now.
Hold on. Looks like he's been dead for a while. I'm surprised no one found him before you came along.
It was this man.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband. Dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Because it's the most working class death you've ever seen.
This is the most working class way to go. Completely alienated and forgotten.
Yes, but what actual facts do you have that connect him with this woman you met at the book stand?
The leather jacket. It matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
You think he was drunk?
Oh yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on. What about a field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we've already examined the library card. Let's call the Jamrock Library from my kinema, see if we can learn anything about this Billy Méjean. And while we're there, we should also call the station, let them know that we are taking the case.
Alright. There's nothing left in here, right?
There's some tear.
Oh yeah, I gotta put my tear bag on. There's still lots more for us to look at here, my friend. Not up here, though.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue as you look at the handset.
No, I'm not gonna call it right now.
Come on, get in. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
I don't know if I had anything left that I need to do to talk with these guys. I mainly just wanted to say hi to Egghead. Or good morning. finished looking into the church yet. I wanted to bring Kim back to the church. See if there's anything there. Long ass loading screen. Ugh, come on.
Hello again.
What's that? Oh,
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Me?
Exactly.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Hold on. Have I ever eaten a burger out of the trash?
You have. The body remembers.
Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive. I am the seagull. Am I a seagull? I don't think so. Do you guys think I'm like a seagull? My body remembers that I've certainly eaten a burger out of the trash before. But I'm not like that. I'm still a romantic.
Sure, inside. But outside, it's a tough world. You've got to do whatever it takes to survive. And you do. Question is, will you admit that to yourself?
Okay, well, let me reconsider.
Good boy.
I guess I am a bit like a seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Stupid brain. Cool. That's all that's up here is the seagull. My thoughts about seagulls. Oh wait, I can't go up there. There's no clippable area up there. Oh. Alright, let's go. Run, 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 run. I don't know how to make him run. No. Sometimes he runs, sometimes he doesn't. And I double click. Alright, so don't get freaked out. There's a guy living in the church here, Kim. Yeah. Hearts to the core, yeah. Alright, maybe there wasn't anything new in here.
The machine's keyboard.
Yeah, I've done all this stuff, and I did all that shit.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before. in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Lesetsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
A very, very skilled thespian would detect a touch of drama when he says he doesn't know why it was conducted.
You're leaving something out.
I assure you I'm not.
Stonewalling. Good technique.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
Oh, I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Strange.
The machine's key behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Still haven't figured out the password.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning, votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
Fine, so I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Alright, let's talk to this weirdo again. Look, that doesn't illuminate, but I can pick it up. Man, there's secret stuff.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you by any chance heard the Vieta say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Esse. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, or identifying regional trends. In the interests of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, then, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Well, you weren't here when I had most of it, so let's just say I filled you in. Alright, well, we got the password for the computer now, so that's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. We're an hour into the stream. I'll be right back. I'll leave it on this chill. Continue on our adventure in the Elysium, the discos of Elysium. Turn away. Alright, we've got the password, Kim.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press play again.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
100 years old.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I might have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press the print button.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Wait, narcotics?
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids. Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Good point.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simor for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi. Who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be her former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing Estelle.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping pong energy drinks. Water.
Ping pong.
Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Oh shit.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Uh-oh. We're gonna die.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Not just breaking in, pursuing him. That's why would I tell it? We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Interesting. Encyclopedia Passives gives plus 10 XP and plus 2 real, but I lose suggestion, which sucks. Because I'm a pretentious wanker. I don't want to lose suggestion, but the XP seems good. Maybe I'll keep it for a little while. I don't think I need this though. My cap's raised. Suggestion 6? Like, it's already really high. Electrochemistry and composure. So composure's already super high. Electrochemistry, like, I haven't maxed them out yet. Learning cap for suggestion. Visual calculus, like, I really don't need this. And then I have -1 to logic because of that, so let's forget that. Confirm. Okay.
What is it?
Oh, I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Hey, sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Have you seen the Crabman?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And
the Crabman has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Wow, there's so many machines in this place.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit.
Wait, what?
RAIN Prefect, my radio computer.
And that antenna is its processing unit.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a little.
All
Oh,
right.
shit.
Well,
Oh.
all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
And the AR-1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
Thanks, Marvy. I'd try. Yeah, the way processing works in this is, I guess it's over radio waves. That's where the processing occurs. I don't know how that works, but it's interesting.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Walking on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
She's like Mr. Robot. What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world? What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Right. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might somehow be responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world, for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you listened to it? Or, like, actually listened?
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
I mean, I know that. I've already busted them, but okay. What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab.
Bingo! That's exactly what they're up to.
Ah, wonderful. Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
Mind-altering substances are a vital part of a Nordic club scene. It helps to bring the community together.
Yeah, what I said before. Not possible to appreciate that kind of music without being high as a kite. So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.
Aye, about that 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean? What
Yeah.
about it?
No, never
Great.
mind.
Thanks.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Well, that's slightly disappointing. Did I fail at something? I mean, this big mystery is that there's a weird 2mm hole in the world. I think I can hear it right here. These are the pools, but there's nothing showing up. Okay, I've got the bug again. Hang on. What if I got high? I don't know. A little too early in the morning. Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. Alright. That help me do anything? Will I have that equipped?
Yes?
Alright, Fastidious, thanks for hanging out. Alright. I have a feeling we'll have to come back to this once we learn something new. What could we be possibly learning that's new, though? That's the only thing that I'm not quite sure about. I feel like maybe, I don't know. Did I do something wrong there? I didn't get a mission or anything. We just gotta pursue the club scene? I don't think so. Okay. Let's finish looking around. We've got other things that we can work on. I never actually went up here yet. Sweet. Oh, what's this place? This barrel has been recently discarded. It smells of fuel oil. The chain trails off in the ocean to who knows where. Must have used to turn the whole machine. Alright, so there's some sort of a machine there. What else is around here? Actually, let's stop and examine.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What was this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification, like a sea fort in the bay.
So we gotta get a roll of 20 on this. That's gonna be very hard. Visual calculus. Not visual calculus. What was it? Interfacing. Yeah, we've got a 3. Oof. Walk away. What do I have that can boost up my interfacing? I think I got interfacing gloves. I could do some drugs. It's still going to be a low chance. Do some speed. And take some pure. Oh, that won't do anything. I only have speed. Not going to be very strong. Yeah. Oh.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
I could
The
boost
door
it as
hasn't
high
been
as
opened
7.
in a long while. You see a handle.
Walk away. And it's a red check.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
I get
the
one
door
shot
hasn't
at
been
this.
opened in a long while. You see a handle.
One of the things I could also try and do is
An old door, worn by elements, guard.
let's see. I've got crowbar didn't work. Chain cutters didn't work. I got nothing else. Flashlight won't do it. Alright, I'll have to maybe find a key or something. Oh, there's a trap.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Oh, we got some new stuff over here. What's this? Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock brand. 2 Maturi. Oh. 2 Maturi. Seems important somehow. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted broken control box to the radio relay tower. Oh, is this the antenna for the church? A sweet looking tie. It's like the end. So like I'm up here. Is there still a pleasure wheel? Or no, that pleasure wheel's gone. Because that was the boardwalk where I found the body. Okay. gonna put those weird gloves away. Hang on. Okay, let's put our drug gloves back on. Now that we know the password, though, I should still be able to go back and listen to that other filament, I think. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to talk to the dance hall kids. I don't think she'll have anything new to say. Just gonna check, though.
Hello again.
Bam boom, 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 bam boom. Ow, ow, ow. I think after this, I'll start making my way towards town. I think I've covered all the ground out here.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church. I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just gonna have to live with Crabman.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the Nordic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
Now, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Yeah!
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Right.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her.
Oh man! But the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. I mean, hypnotic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good?
Excitement bubbles up in you. Maybe you should blast some of these drugs right here in this tent.
You're right, I only ever feel good when I'm blasting some high-grade narcotics. Then I feel great.
See?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
Oi! I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve our next jam.
Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah!
I don't want to give him the smallest church in St. Sens. I need that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah!
Alright, goodbye again.
Huh? I see you're here again. Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Oh, I'm done that. Is that Rick? Rick Sanchez? Alright. So I can try convincing her, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and see if I can access the cube in the abandoned commercial district area. The doomed commercial district area. That looks like a model. Oh, alright, let's see if we're able to pick that up. Does she have anything new to tell me or talk about?
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What was it with you and those wives?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
My suggestion is quite low. I'll ask her out on a date. Where's my suggestion? Yeah, my thoughts have made it really low here. Haven't they? Do they still have that thought? It's -2. Yeah, pretentious wanker. Ooh. We're seeing you. We'll come back and try it later. Let's go see if our fellow drunks are awake. Wait, did I go in here yet? I must have. Shit. Yeah! Hard to the core, man. I've already been in here. Alright. I don't know, I find the loading screens very long for what doesn't seem to be, you know, the most graphically intense game. It's on my SSD as well. Alright, let's go. I'll make sure I cover everything, but those guys probably are not awake yet. I'm just gonna take a quick peek. No, they'd be here. Oh, no, hey, they're here. Sweet. Give this guy a jacket. Wait, this is locked still, right? Cool.
Tequila Sunset.
Oh, I found your jacket.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man.
I found a little more than I bargained for.
What's that supposed to mean?
There was a dead body nearby.
What's that got to do with my jacket?
It's a pretty freaky coincidence.
What do I care about some local stiff? You gonna give me the jacket or no?
Fine, take the stupid thing.
Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
What do you expect? You left it outside for a week.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards.
Well then.
Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Where do I clean a jacket? Aye, sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the blues if you supply the stories.
Wonderful.
Oh no, I don't want... No, I don't want to give him either things I have.
It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry.
They saying, yeah. Alright. So I think what I have in terms of inventory... I have the brew. Well, no, I have potent pilsner. Why couldn't I give him that? I don't want to give him the medicine bottle. That seems crazy. That's the yeah, the brew. I don't wait. So I have pilsner. Why don't you take pilsner?
Tequila, wonderful.
Yeah, here I've got a potent pilsner.
Not much, but it will do. This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time, I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Cryptids.
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
A place to call home.
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
You lost keys.
Hey, hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
Okay, what kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Wait, what do you mean, certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Wait. There's no way. It can't be. Or can it?
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
I can handle it.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
What, Satoshi?
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then, something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
Wait, nose candy?
You know Tequila, nose candy, the White Railroad,
White
party
Railroad.
powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or Emelan gold. For the plateau on which most of the world's supply is grown and harvested, typically by slave labor.
Sinus salt, the White Knight.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course, but also flake, powder, pearl. Really, anything that's white will work. He's talking about cocaine.
Oh, you mean cocaine.
Shit yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's right. Of course I do. Uphill skiing? What? Is uphill really that thrilling? Alright, makes sense. I too need a variety of substances to operate at a higher level.
I'm not surprised. Many men find it hard reaching that final level of genius without Blow.
So what happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it.
Oh?
By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time.
All the time?
All day, baby.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white.
An advert so minimal it contained neither text or images, just pure white.
Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine." But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
Oh my god, really? They're looking for a quarter kilo of the best cocaine in the world lodged in somebody dead corpse's nose, like a mummy?
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
And why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez.
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
What do these expeditions plan to do with it?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum, the gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market, and the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Rosemary, you said something else about islets.
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no, maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
What have you learned from the other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend, with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia.
Oh, Kim.
Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Damn. That's too bad.
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast? Don't give up now.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Are there any more stories you can tell?
Not that I can think of, currently.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. You've been drinking a lot.
That might be the case, yes.
I'll be seeing you. Sweet, well we learned about the cocaine skull. But it doesn't... I bet you it's one of those things that we don't get as a real quest, but that we could probably find. Like, what do you guys think? You guys for sure on board with finding out the cocaine skull mystery, right?
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
I want a pack of smokes.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend.
I'm off.
Don't call. Don't call her.
Let them sleep it off.
There's no...
Alright. Indiana blows and the cocaine skull? Yeah. Pretty much, man. I want to find out where this cocaine... What's up with this cocaine skull? That shit's real, man. Oh, wait a second. We get something new here? Oh, the jacket. I gotta find a way to clean it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Why did I fondle the shit jacket again?
There is no why.
Let's just put it away then. I'll find a way to clean it. There's still another trap lying around here somewhere too that I gotta figure out. I only found 3 of the 4 traps. Nobody remembers where the other trap might be, eh? Oh, Hambone TTV, thanks for the follow. Are you all excited to find the cocaine skull? I haven't the faintest where it might be. Love your work on TWB and Core. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. I don't know where the other trap is. I only did 3 of the traps. I'm pretty sure there's 2 traps here, but we got those already. And there was one up on the coast. Thinking maybe it's like over here somewhere. There's a seagull that's like me. Oh, maybe I missed something up here. Just hang on. It's also possible that it's on the way back, but I figured he would have checked them if they were on the way back, right? This relay tower is gonna. We're gonna do something with this at some point. I can't just be out here for nothing. This one I've already done, right?
Nothing has changed.
Okay. Core. Yell if you spot something. Over here somehow, maybe? Seems like it should be in this area, right? Well, this would be where we found the cryptozoologist in the first place, right?
Nothing is...
There's one down here. That's 3 of them.
Nothing has...
Okay, can't go over there. Already looked at this, right?
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A single person stands on the sideline. A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
There's like a door here. There is that one building though, like the Feld Electrical. Looks like it's possible to get in somehow. There wasn't a stairwell. Oh, it's not clickable here anyways. Can't walk there. Alright. Let's move to a new area and find... Uh-oh. OBS is really acting up. Can you guys still see me and hear me? Oh, now my computer's really messing up. Okay. I think Streamlabs is crashing is what's happening here. You guys may still be able to see me, but my computer's not working the best. Alright. Looks there. Wait till I hit you. Yeah, just really. I think maybe something got clicked. It didn't mean to get clicked or something. All right, it's just my computer's just being kind of shitty. Hang on. All right, there we go. We're back to normal. Something weird happened. Not sure what. The game is definitely getting hitchy on my end too, though. Oh my. All I'm doing is opening the task manager. Oh, come on, get computer. Alright, hang on. I'm just trying to see if... Yeah, like our memory usage is pretty high, but we're pretty fine otherwise. I don't know. Back to the town almost. Oh, there's the other trap. We found it.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. Snow covers the broken stalks like a shroud. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something has messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
Alright, so I think that pretty much covers everything I'm going to do on this side of town for now. Just checking up here, see if I missed anything. Probably not. Alright. Cool. I think I need to get rid of that suggestion, that -2 to suggestion. I don't know how worth it is. Like, I'm getting gold, or real, like +2 real is a lot. And I have high in maybe it's worth it. That's a lot of gold. I can go buy some, see if anything cool to go buy. Maybe that young man would like to have a role-playing game. We can buy them at the bookstore. It might be worth doing a restart of the game. My game's getting really laggy. It might even be crashing at this point. Yeah, it's not. There are problems happening. I think I'm going to save and restart the game. Hopefully I can save. Oh no, it's definitely crashing now. I'm getting the... It's not responding. I'm actually closing other applications. Hang on a second here. Oh man, oh no. Redoing stuff in a game like this can kind of really suck sometimes. Yeah, it has pretty much crashed at this point. Oh, there we go. Actually, it was Explorer that crashed. Explorer's now trying to start up, so here's what I'm going to do. Oh. Oh no, it just full on crashed. You suck. Alright, shit. Alright. Well, now that my computer's crashed, I'm just gonna reboot. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna turn off the stream. I'll take a quick break anyways between that. I'll reboot my computer and we'll just get restarted again because my computer's gone to shite streaming. Alright, be back in like 5-10 minutes, alright? See you soon.